today I'm going to talk a little bit about some common technologies used in a software development, and here are the list. And we'll we'll start creating the project based on all these technologies, and we'll use the programming language Golang and Java. And this is a little bit advanced course, so that's why or only the prerequisite for this course is you have to be familiar with either Golang or Java. So as a part of this journey, first we'll talk about all these technologies, and then we'll write the project. And what I do, every day, I will develop some let's develop the project and write the code, and then we can see that in a GitHub. So I'll send you the link also for that. So in a few days, we'll learn all these technologies through the Java project or Golang project. So if you are good in either of the language, it will be very helpful for getting a new job, or it can also help while developing your codes in your current job. So let's talk a little bit about about the technology what we use in a software development nowadays. So one big thing, if you see here, is the REST API. So in the REST API, we know we get the data from somewhere, and then from somewhere, when we say the somewhere, it can be maybe some messaging server like the Kafka, or maybe somewhere from the database, and then we do the add the logic there, and then we have to uh, expose the data through API. So REST API is very popular nowadays. In the past, we also used REST API that's in form of like the XML. Nowadays, the JSON is very popular. So other thing is the Swagger. So Swagger is also getting popular nowadays, and that's for decorating your data. So we do not need the Post API to run your REST API. We can just go in a Swagger, and this will also help you to see all the API available there. You can try on any APIs. You can use the Post or Gate, and you can play with the data. So similar to the API, there is another thing called gRPC. So gRPC is from the Google. So um, it's a Google remote procedure call. So this is for the communication between two microservices. So and when the two microservices talk to each other using the gRPC, that will be very fast compared to the REST API call. This is based on HTTP 2.0. So as we learn more and more about this project, and when we code that, we also talk more about the gRPC and other stuff. So there is a RDBMS here and the NoSQL. So these are the two kind of databases uh, nowadays the developers are using based on the different use cases. So for the RDBMS, we have like the MySQL, Oracle, Postgres, and many more. For the NoSQL, you can see the Cassandra, MongoDB, and many more. For the messaging server, we can have the Kafka, RabbitMQ, Atlas. So there are many like this. There's a Elasticsearch. So Elasticsearch is, we can consider these like the fast database. We can store our database and here in an Elasticsearch, and the searching will be very fast because this is based on Apache Lucene, and the Apache Lucene searching is very popular for the searching, and this is like distributed database engine. So there's another tool we have, that's a Docker, and nowadays it's a it's another important tool for the software developers. We write our code, and then we have to containerize our code using the Docker. Why we have to containerize? Because we have to deploy that somewhere using the Kubernetes or AWS, Heroku. So using those technologies, uh, we need the Docker images over there, so that it will be easy to push there, it will be easy to deploy. It will be easy to run your container in a local, and then we can see the result. We can also communicate between the different microservice. So it will be very helpful. We'll talk more on the Docker again when we just continue writing our code. Of course, there is an algorithm, so we have to also be good in an algorithm. So I will also talk about many algorithms as a part of this our learning journey. So that's all for today. Let's talk a little bit about myself. So my name is Nandeshwar. I have 14 years of professional experience. I mostly work as a backend developer. Uh, this is my LinkedIn, and that's one of the library. I that's written in a Golang, so that's a link for there. And at the end, just I want to say that this is the advanced course. So the only prerequisite for this is you have to be familiar with Golang or Java or both. That's good. So in the next session, what I do that I'm going to create one project that's using the Golang and the Java. So we'll continue our journey. Thanks for today. Okay, see you. Bye.